So, welcome. I guess this will be my first Imperfect Voices vlog. What this is basically going to be is I've got a number of NPC voices that I'm going to create, or just, voices in general that can be used for anything. I do a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, so a lot of the voices that I randomly talk to myself about are used as NPCs or characters, because I am a dungeon master. So, I don't get to play all that much, but... So, we're just going to run through the voice that I've picked, and then, just kind of talk about the importance of voices in your tabletop RPGs, or just, the importance of voices altogether. Because most people, I've noticed, at the table, or just in general, feel silly just, talking to a camera, talking into a mic, talking in general, using your voice. Like, this is the one thing we have to get people to pay attention to us. This is, other than sight, the sound of your voice and how you come across speaking engages people on a completely different level. So, the voice I've picked for this first one, relatively easy. If anybody's played Warcraft, Tides of Darkness was personally my favorite Warcraft, played it a lot as a kid. The peon voice. You know, the peons you make when you're a human, they do all of the tree chopping, going into the mines, gathering gold. You click on them and they say, "Hello, ready to work." I guess that's the voice I'll use for this, and then I'll just be using that voice the entire time. So, really, when you're going into the peon voice, you want to close off your nasal passages if you understand how to do that. Like, if you tried to go for a California thing and you close off your nasal passages because you don't really want to feel like you're breathing through your nose. So, you close it off, and then, really, it all comes from, like, talking in your throat, or in the back of your throat, going into the back over here, and then lowering your voice just a little bit. You know, I do this by lowering my Adam's apple. And then you go from your voice to, "Hello, ready to work. Stop clicking on me." And then, you just kind of talk in this normal range for a little while, and then you start to get used to it. And then, really, the whole thing about making voices and speaking and, just working on your vocal range in general, it's, it's a big thing that a lot of people don't actually think about. So, when you're at a D&D table, or you're just making a character in general, for maybe you're doing an audiobook, or maybe you're having to speak in front of people and they want you to use character voices and dialogue for stuff, well, it's good to sit and actively practice the voice that you're going to be speaking in, so that you can speak more fluently, or at least not fall out of it quite as much. Because if you notice, I'm falling out of it a little bit. I haven't really practiced this voice a lot. I've known how to do it a lot since I was a kid, but I've never spent time just talking like this, because why would I ever walk up to my parents and say, "Hello, ready to work?" Because then they would fucking put me to work, right? And I don't want to do that. But the importance of using voices and being able to communicate and practice them and speak in them is being able to just make it feel like a real character that you're actively trying to be. And the more realism you can bring to a character, and the more you can get into their inflections and how they speak, and right now I'm using my own inflections. I don't know how this character in particular would speak, but like, maybe in front of his king, he would stutter a little bit, and you can always add in like some inflection if that is what you so choose. But otherwise, talk to yourself in front of a mirror and really get this down. But again, just for this one voice, it's like, you don't
want to completely block off your nasal passages like I was talking about earlier, but at the same time you don't want to have them completely open. So you're gonna kind of have to figure out and practice and play with the way you circulate your air in your breathing. A lot of the time when I'm doing this voice, I do actively just breathe in through my nose, reclose the passageways, and then maybe, maybe to make it easier for yourself, you take mouth breaths and then you just don't breathe through your nose at all. I find that incredibly difficult, personally.
And also, I don't know why, whenever I do this voice, some voices I actually just start doing and then they give me like an accent from another country. Like the peon, I guess this isn't a peon. The peons were the orcs, right? Correcting myself from earlier. The peons were the orcs. And I can't even remember what they were called. The humans. But, you know, they're there. They're the villagers.
They're the working class people, as we all are. But because most of the voice actors actually came from England when they were doing that game, well, I don't know. Just kind of happens out this way. This same voice actor who did this voice in World of Warcraft, if you ever watched a movie called Toy Soldiers, he did another he did another character in Toy Soldiers,
Or maybe it was another movie that was around that same time. I don't know, I'll have to come back to that one. But, you know,
close your vocal passage,
speak like you're coming from California a little bit, you know. Hey, sup, dude?
and then you just talk through your, you just open up like right here, your larynx, I guess that would be, and you drop your Adam's apple a little bit. Not too much, but enough to get this kind of vocal range, and then you just practice. But this is gonna be the first vlog. I'll get better at it, but you know, uh, add in all you want, like add a stutter if you would like, because anything you can add to a character is going to like bring people into the game. It's going to get people like listening to you. Use your voice as a tool so that you can actively engage with people, and you're gonna have a better time. But you have to actively use all of your toolkit, right? Which is why I actually did this while I was driving to the gym. Most of these are going to be while I'm driving somewhere actively, because I feel like it's the only time I have to film at the moment. Sitting in my room and filming takes a long time. I feel like I have to script everything out. This, I can write down a voice, figure out how to do it, and then practice it a little bit, get into a car, and then talk to all of you like this. So, we'll see how these go. If you do enjoy this, let me know. If not, whatever. Either way, have a great day. Practice your voices. This is Imperfect Voices. I'm Ethan. Thanks a lot.